Good evening, happy Monday. Welcome to the Stephen Knight Show. I hope you're having a great one. We'll try to make it even better for you tonight. We're bringing out all the hot topics everyone's talking about. We're discussing what Trump is doing to people that Joe Biden pardoned. And then will Trump come after the committee that tried to put him, that tried to pin him to the January 6th insurrection. Then later, Jonathan Majors seemed to admit to strangling his ex-girlfriend in a leaked audio clip. And Universal Music Group has filed a motion to dismiss Drake's lawsuit. All that and much more. When I drove over social media, Facebook, Blue Sky, X, and also our YouTube channel, The Stephen Knight Show. Please subscribe, comment. We appreciate you. Now, today is St. Patrick's Day, so I'm wearing my green. If you can see, I got my green on. And it's also my birthday week. So I have a little wine. I usually don't drink during the week, but, it's my birthday week, so I have a little wine that I'm going to be sipping now throughout the show. So don't whatever. Want to welcome Shaq back from the Let's Be Clear podcast. Shaq, how's the podcast going? What y'all got going on?
It's April 23rd, season 2 drops. Just getting things together for that. And yeah, it's very exciting. So
Yeah.
and we're still dropping sessions and things of that nature too. So check it out. But yeah, we're moving and grooving.
Love it. And Brittany, how you doing, Brittany?
Hey guys, you didn't give us the memo on the wine. We would have joined you.
Listen,
I know.
did not.
It was a last minute decision. Sorry.
Okay. Next Monday it'll be me and Shaq.
All right, question of the day is, what social media app is your favorite and why? Brittany.
Okay, so I'm taking a break from social media for Lent.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, fast and, take a break and clear my mind from it and all of that. But I'm kind of like, I don't have Facebook anymore. I have a TikTok, but not an account. Like I just be on there scrolling, but I don't know what I'd be looking at. Like I'm not really like tech savvy with that. And then I am big on Instagram. Like I don't post really. I'm very private, but I do be on there. That's where I get my clothing ideas, my home ideas. Like I be on there all the time. So, but right now, until April, so Easter Sunday, I'm not on social media at all.
So
I'm not a YouTube person. People be on YouTube all the time, and I've never gotten on a kick like that. Like I don't get that
I
either.
love YouTube. Yeah.
See, I'm not on YouTube like that.
So I'm guessing Instagram is your favorite.
Yeah, it has to be because it's like I don't find nothing else. It be having like the podcast stuff, like that kind of movie. I don't do that. I'm a visual person. So yeah, probably Instagram. Okay.
What about
Catch me on there, y'all.
What about you, Shaq? What's your favorite social media app?
That's a tough one. It used to be X for a while. It used to be for like years. That was my go-to. But X is like total shit right now. I would probably have to agree with Brittany. It's probably Instagram. For me, it's like I get a lot of like fashion forward things. I get my laughs in. I get a lot of the like updates and news cycle. So I like to go to one place. And again, it used to be Twitter, like Twitter or X is where I used to go for like all of those things, especially in like Beehive days. But now I would say it's Instagram. And I'll say second to that, TikTok now, simply because I'm utilizing it more. I am Shakir Rashan. That's my TikTok. But I am starting to get in and utilizing TikTok a lot more. It just can be overwhelming, like trying to control that algorithm and kind of control what you're trying to see because one like it's like, oh, here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go. And I'm like, no, 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 no. That was just one like. I don't need you to send me all of the content.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, there's certain.
And then also Blue Sky is cool too. I'm not sure if people are on Blue Sky. Blue Sky is very refreshing. It's kind of like, to me, it's very similar to Twitter. I just forget, like I'm on there as well and active. I just sometimes forget to go on there.
Yeah,
but
it's new.
Yeah. So Instagram, I would say honestly, Instagram, Blue Sky, and then TikTok.
My favorite are Instagram, but TikTok is probably my favorite. That's where I spend most time of it on. Again, from a business perspective, and also you can build communities on there. Like I've seen people. They had this thing called Hillman University.
Human Talk. We heard about
Hillman
that a
Talk,
while
right?
ago.
And so what they did was a black professor, college professor, started teaching courses on there, and like 200 other black professors joined it. And so people were learning free information, like, from black history to other things, economics and all that kind of stuff. So they have stuff like that. I've seen some for people who are struggling with addiction. They have community on there as well. So it's just a good thing. I do it, you promote, the Stephen Knight Show, and of course my clothing brand, JDK design. And I love it. I love TikTok. And I was someone that was anti-TikTok when it first came out. I was like, I want to see a bunch of people dancing all day. But now I got
Your algorithm is set to that. That's what you will see.
that's
So
what
I think too. But yeah, that is true. I do like it for those purposes. Like a lot of information on TikTok, you should vet it, of course, vet your
yeah.
information.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of different useful information on
It
TikTok.
is. And even like I'm going to Nashville for my birthday this week. Places out there. There was a place actually, real quick before we change subject. I was scrolling through TikTok one Saturday, and this lounge came up. And I saw the lounge was right down the street from my house. I went there that Saturday, had a time of my life. I would have never known. It was good for businesses, you know what I mean, as well, for getting the word
Yeah,
out. Yeah.
that's true.
But go on X, let us know which social media app is your favorite and why. Stephen Knight Show, SHO. All right, so in the final hours of his presidency, Joe Biden issued few pardons, including pardons for the Congress members who investigated the January 6th attacks on the Capitol. Now, Donald Trump is saying that the pardons aren't valid because they were signed via AutoPen. Trump made the announcement via his Truth Social platform and said that members involved are subject to investigation at the highest level. He also accused them of possibly being responsible for the documents that were signed on their behalf without knowledge or consent of Biden. Now, Axios notes that the auto pen is a device used to make automatic and remote signatures. Other presidents have used auto pen to grant pardons. Experts have reportedly expressed doubts that the courts would allow a president to revoke clemency granted by their predecessors. Now, Gerald Ford, Lyndon B. Johnson, and Barack Obama are among past presidents known to have used auto pens. As previously reported, at the time when the pardons were announced, Biden said the issuance of these pardons should not be mistaken as any acknowledgement of any individual engaged in any wrongdoing, nor should acceptance be misconstrued as an admission of guilt for any offense. Our nation owes these public servants a debt of gratitude for their timeless commitment to our country. So pretty much he's saying that the pardons aren't worth anything. He's going after the people that investigated him. Now, mind you, he did pardons on his first administration. So are those invalid? Let me ask you, Shaq, what are your thoughts on this? Why does Trump think that the rules don't apply to him?
I'm so tired of this man. I just honestly, I don't. Anything that he is saying right now, he is just trying to get people to
Distract.
follow him and distract. I think we all know he's a big distraction, but I
Right.
really feel like that he is really trying to get the people to follow him into thinking that everything that he's saying is valid, everything that he's saying is the reality of the situation, everything that he's saying is, is truth. Period. Full
Right.
stop. Which is not true. And I think this is just another ploy for him to do whatever he wants to do. Because that's what the end of the day, Trump wants to do whatever he wants to do. And his following, idiotic following, always believe him and they follow him and they back him up by saying, yeah, he's the president. Or, no, that's wokeness. Or, that's the propaganda from the liberals or the Democrat Party. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's not. These are like factual based things that has been established in our Constitution. We have a Bill of Rights for a reason. Like all of these things are set in place, and you just think you can just come in and because your base now is following behind you and they're so with the shits that you're just gonna push it until you can't push it no more. But my thing is that a lot of people are not fighting against him as they should. Like they're not now I'm gonna say angry and violence, but there's language that's is to be used to make sure that people understand that hey, what he's doing is not right.
Mhm.
People that are there at Capitol need to just say, hey, no. There's no other no other conversation about
Yeah.
it. There's no like, looking back at certain things. It's a no, because this is what it is and this is fact. So all of this stuff about pardoning, and again, Joe Biden, I feel like knew what was coming. I think, I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole, but I feel like everyone should have been a little more um aware of what was coming. He did say, Project 2025, we all knew this, but I just think that, it was just like, oh, that could never happen, right? So there's
Mhm.
a lot of lying going on already with
Yeah.
it to us. So it's just like why do we even entertain him? So, and again, it's just another flood the zone moment. If they're with it, I'm with it type of thing. If they don't tell me no, then I'm gonna keep pushing forward, full stop, gas on the pedal. While they do this, I'm gonna go do something else too. So I'm honestly, I'm tired of him, and I don't blame Biden for none of his pardons that he did. I think that was done effectively. He did it for a reason, and I'm glad he did it. But I think that's not gonna hold nowhere. His pardons stick.
Yeah, and then speaking of Project 2025, remember he kept saying he didn't know what it was, he'd never read it.
Lies.
The author of Project 2025 said it's working better than he could imagine. That's what the author said.
And
Brittany,
his name is mentioned how many times throughout it? Like
oh yeah,
over 300. So it's
uh,
like, how do you
yeah,
not know? So yeah, it's just a bunch of lies.
yeah. Brittany, what are your thoughts on him saying that Biden's his pardons are null and void?
Kind of with Shaq. I'm just tired of hearing about him at this point. Like it's been like unstopped since January.
Yes.
And it's to the point where I'm be like, I have to limit how much news I watch because it's very like anxiety driven with it. But I do think like, some of the stuff is just like illogical. It's just like a power trip. And it'd be like, it doesn't make any sense. I am in agreement, like what Shaq said. We knew what he was going to come into office and undo. He was going to undo any and everything that was touched. So it's kind of like on the Joe Biden and Democrat Party, like I would have left no stone unturned. I would have had electronic signatures and handwritten signatures. I would have put that bitch in blood. Like I would have been like, boom,
Okay.
done. Yeah,
Right.
like I would have been like, I'm doing this now. So when he
Yeah.
do get in office, he can't undo it or say that I submitted it past the deadline, say they lost my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like some things you just know you need to sew up before you head out, right?
Hmm.
So I think that's on their bed. But I mean, I bought a house. And when I bought and sold my home, I did it with electronic signatures. When I
Right.
signed my lease, I do it with electronic signatures. If I say I'm gonna go, it's just the way of the world right now.
Yes.
And for y'all to
Yeah.
try to like find any little thing, oh, Joe put Joe and not Joseph. Like, come on now. Like y'all got me like stop playing with my intelligence. That's kind of like how I feel. But
I
I
agree.
try
Hmm.
to manage my emotion and my anxiety so that I don't be walking around here mad. You know what I'm saying? So I just be like, some of the shit you gotta laugh about.
That's true. That's true. I know I had another topic on here, but I'm changed it because it was very similar to this story. But remember, you heard about the blackout, economic blackout? Well, Forbes has reported that Target lost nearly $1 billion in sales last quarter, and that they're warning things got even worse in February. And the reason is because Black consumers showed up and showed out after the company quietly backed away from its commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, also known as DEI. And a wave of leaders called for economic boycott during the Black History Month. On top of that, February 28th was economic blackout, and it hit hard. Stores were empty, online traffic dropped, and Target's money took a hit of $960 million lost in sales. Profits down over 20%, and that's not just coincidence, it's impact. So just a reminder, based on this article, that our money as Black people talks. Our power is is in our pockets. So they're continuing this boycott, and they're telling you if you have to shop at Target, be intentional. Support Black vendors, Black-owned brands, and products that reflect us. But most importantly, let's keep this energy going. So I know there are a lot of Black creators who have stores in Target, Black-owned stores, and it's not easy to just take your store out of a company. And where do you take it? Where do you move it? So who's going to put it in their store? So they're saying that if you're going to shop there, just be intentional about it. But what are your thoughts on knowing that they've lost over almost $1 billion in sales in the first quarter, Brittany?
Right, you came to me. I think we already knew like we do have the power in our pockets. I do think that Black need to do a better job of monopolizing something. Remember, Steve and I had sent you a DM and it was like about this guy showing how like every race or whatever has their own thing that they kind of like
Mhm.
monopolize and control to show like their power in a
Yeah,
nation. I think that Blacks have to come together to do a better job of that. Now, I will say that, to hold myself accountable, I be forgetting y'all. Like when y'all be telling us to do this blackout, I am a Target and Starbucks girl, and I be forgetting they racist. Like, and a lot of these companies are racist, so it should not take the racism to be in our face for us to know. Like these companies be playing in our face. The DEI, I do be feeling like it's playing in our face. Like, cause it be like Starbucks had that whole thing where they had the Black men that kicked out and you couldn't wear Black Lives Matter during the whole protest. And then they came out and said, we're gonna do DEI. Like, I do think that should be playing in our face. But it shouldn't take all of that before we support our own community. Like the Jews, they be having kosher Kroger and all this other kind of stuff. And I think that we got to do a better job just supporting our own, being mindful. I mean, I know I am one. That's why I try to hold myself. I am one that forget. But if y'all tell me or show me like an alternative with great customer service, because sometimes when you be going to the Black shop, be treating us wrong. Y'all still gotta treat us right because I'm spending my money there.
right.
And I still want the same quality that I'm gonna get at
Nice.
Starbucks or somewhere else. So we just gotta do a better job of catering and treating our own communities like, I don't know.
I
So
agree. We were talking about this on Friday. Shaq and I were talking about stores to go to and whatnot. I remember this one, they were advertising this Amazon like store that sold Black products. I hadn't seen that one product that I used, so I had to go back to Amazon. But Shaq, oh Shaq, what are your thoughts on the power of the Black dollar?
I think it's great. I think that I agree with with Brittany on that as well. I think we, like you said, we talked about that briefly, and Amazon is definitely a tougher thing to crack because that is
Mhm.
kind of like my weakness as
Me
well.
too.
Very convenient, and
The next day, I mean,
yeah,
sometimes the same
it's
day.
very convenient. Amazon is definitely going to be the harder thing to get a hold of, but
what?
I think
Target is crack because I be in there and I get lost. I go in there for one thing.
Amazon.
Target.
Oh no 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 no!
Oh,
Oh, I can see,
I
and
don't
that
even
was what I
shop
was
at
gonna say.
Target
I
anyway.
could do Target. I could do without Target
Y'all
because
are
just like right
crazy.
now, just like today, like I it took me forever. Y'all know it's what the 17th. Y'all know it's stamps. People got their stamps, so everybody out. I went to a local meat store that's I think it's on Black owned in the East Point. That somebody put a TikTok up. Now everybody go there.
Oh,
Like
well, you
I
talking
usually like
about
go there to get my meats for the cheap because I haven't bought meat out of a grocery store in like over a year.
yeah.
And so everybody was there. And then I went to like Wayfield, which I don't even know if I'm not sure it's Black owned, but still I didn't go
They be in
to
the hood.
Target. Right. Trust me, it was because that's why I said stamp.
It might
People
be
got their
Black
stamps
owned.
today. Look, people got their
It
stamps
might
today. They
be
was
Black
in
owned.
there. The
It
lines
might
was
be
on.
somebody in there that owns Whitefield.
But and it just goes to show you that people, and sometimes we don't, like you said, Brittany, we don't think, and we just kind of spend our dollars wherever it's convenient, wherever there's free hassle, So I do think that we need to be a little bit aware of that. And as far as the DEI goes, I know we all know that's a thing, but I think the largest bird's eye view of that is that companies need to stand up for something. And I just really felt like if you're gonna say, no, we're not doing this because we support it, that's gonna drive your business up.
Yeah.
It's not gonna, and, don't be afraid of telling the man no when everything he's doing is pretty much unethical anyway, because and racist. So why not just say, oh, you know what? No, we see like a large portion of our consumers are Black.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna stand our ground, and we're not gonna worry about what we potentially lose. Because I think Costco showed that you're
Yeah,
actually gonna
they went up.
increase your sales by doing that because people want to feel like their dollars are valued. The people there want to feel valued.
Yeah,
Now they're paying their employees even more. So it's like I think that we need to pay close attention to where we spend our dollars, and also, have a little restraint and don't hold yourself to the, wholeheartedly there. But even if you can just spare a few dollars from not going to Target, or pick one place that, you know what, I'm not going to go there.
yeah.
Now, Starbucks is my, almost every Friday, I have to kind of watch myself with that, with Starbucks. But Target, I ain't been in there.
Yeah, I don't go to
So
Target.
good on that. Yeah, I ain't been in there.
Yeah, I think what you have to be, like you said, Shaq, be mindful where you're spending your money, mindful what they stand for. Because again, some of these companies, they just stripped away the DEI. They didn't even mention it. They didn't make a big thing about it, and and people found out. I saw one woman on TikTok going around tapping people on the shoulder, Black people's shoulder.
I seen that. Hey, love, what you doing in here? What's going on? Why you in here? But
Right.
no, speaking of what
You
you
doing that
said,
for real?
uh-huh.
You was going down there for real doing
Yeah,
that?
she was
That's
doing
Yeah,
it.
she was tapping people on the
What
shoulder.
you
She was
doing?
like, "Hey,
We
what's going on?
boycott.
What you doing in here?"
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, love, we boycott, and that was like, you know what? You're right. You're right.
yeah, yeah.
But speaking on what you were saying, Stephen, there was I can't think what company it was. Kind of, they didn't really announce they were rolling back their DEI, but did they change? They changed it to
Some of
something
them
else.
did change it. They changed it
So
back.
they're being very strategic about
Mhm.
not having DEI, but calling it something else,
Yeah,
to kind of say, hey, we just trying to go under the table with this, but we still support. So I just wish companies would just kind of have a backbone and
I agree.
stand up for what's
I know
right.
the Cap County School District did that too. They changed the title of it. They had the
Yeah,
DEI
schools are doing that.
department,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and so because they mess with their federal funding, they're doing it too.
yeah. Mess with
But it also saves y'all money when they were saying that, like, a lot of times, I know even with myself, I gotta do better, but the impulsive buying that lands you at Target and places like that, like you'd be like, oh shoot, I need to stop by here and get this or that. Like,
Mm,
to buy more, like y'all saying, strategically and ahead of time instead of impulsively, like
yeah.
when it's already ran out. You know what I'm saying? Or when you need it in that moment and you gotta pull over and stop right there. And I
yeah.
think a lot of times that be getting us, and then we end up spending more than we have to when we strategically plan to buy it. Like
Hmm.
Amazon has a thing now where when you subscribe to it, you get a discount for the subscription of the products. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
It's true. All right. Well, a French politician has called for the United States to return the Statue of Liberty, claiming that the nation no longer upholds the values that inspired France to gift it nearly 140 years ago. According to France 24, while speaking at a convention, French member of European Parliament, Raphael Glucksmann, stated, "We're going to say to the Americans who have chosen to side with the tyrants, to the Americans who have fired researchers for demanding scientific freedom, give us back the Statue of Liberty." He added, "We gave it to you as a gift, but apparently you despise it. So it will be just fine here at home." Now, Glucksmann also criticized President Trump's administration for cutting funding to research institutions. He said, "The second thing we're going to say to Americans is if you want to fire your best researchers, if you want to fire all the people who, through their freedom and their sense of innovation, their taste for doubt and research, have made your country the world's leading power, then we're going to welcome them." So, they're saying that between these tariffs and, the world always is watching the United States when it comes to politics. When we're going through election, they're paying attention to see who is elected. And a lot of countries are saying this ain't it when it comes to the Trump administration. So they're saying there's a lot of issues with them getting it back. It probably will never happen. But what do you think, Shaq, about this French politician speaking up on United States, what they're seeing here in our country?
I think I thought it was I really thought it was like really petty, but I also agree with him at the same time. It's like, we give this to y'all because y'all we value your, the Constitution and everything you're trying to do in your country. other countries have we literally other countries model our democracy, as a blueprint for the world, the free world, So it's like if y'all sit here inside with tyrants and doing all this stuff, we can just get our girl back, give her back.
Give her back.
Go ahead and lord the land and everything. We can just go ahead and give her back. Take the crown off, all of that. So I thought he made valid points. I think that the depth of what he was saying is just very, very true. Those are things that it's emboldened in our history. So it's just to see how we have come from that. And of course, America's never been perfect, but at the end of the day, when you're talking about globally who we are, I mean, it's embarrassing. It really is. So I don't blame him. I think he had valid points. And if there was any way possible that they could take it back, I would vote yes, take it back.
Yeah. And you talk about the researchers, the foreign researchers, he had that, it wasn't the State of the Union, but the address he made a couple weeks ago now. And remember he had highlighted the young Black cancer patient. He was a kid, and they made him an honorary police officer.
Yes, that was just.
But at the same time, he cut out funding for cancer research.
Yes, that was so
performative. It's all
It just didn't make no sense. That irritated me so bad, and the especially Fox News tried to take the way the Democrats were sitting there not clapping as a way of saying that, oh, they don't support kids with cancer or things like that. I'm like, y'all know what it is. He ended the funding for it.
He ended the funding. Yeah. Brittany, what are your thoughts on them wanting their Statue of Liberty back?
That's so ghetto. Don't meet us in the gutter. I just be like, the government, boy. Michelle was the only one that went high because everybody else be going low. Like, everybody else be like, you can't be no Indian giver. Is that politically correct? You can't say that. That's so wrong. Is that real? Indian giver? Okay. Well, you can't give and then take back. That's just, we don't do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people are upset with us right now. I mean, the Canada people, I know they talking about boycotting our products. They took away
they took liquor off their stands. Yeah.
They took liquor off. Jack Daniels is getting hit really hard. It's a lot of stuff. And then people are talking about, we'll see y'all in 4 years. We love y'all, but we can't deal with this administration. They said there was a 29 or 30% decrease in travel to America from Canadians.
Yeah.
So we've lost in a lot of Jersey and all those up north states have lost a lot of tourism. There's this one spot that people usually go to from Canada to go visit in Philly or Jersey somewhere. So everybody is protesting in their own way, but you don't have to go and take back your gift. Come on now, just leave it there. And then it's big as fuck. You didn't take back some money. You were pull the lady up out the ground and ship it back to us. What doing all of that? Go sit down. Ain't nobody doing it.
But I really thought he was just being. I think he was really being petty about it. I don't think I don't think they could actually do it.
I mean, look who in office right now, Trump. So I believe in everything everybody tell me at this point.
But if it was some way somehow they can just pull up with a helicopter, throw in there and pick her up, I couldn't even be mad because guess what? He got every right to do that. Listen, we give this to y'all because y'all supposed to be the model.
What you supposed to stand for?
And the you citizens, I know some of y'all are not against.
If y'all got married and gave a girl a ring or engaged, is the girl supposed to get a ring back?
Huh?
She's supposed to. But
no,
you can't
make it. It's a gift.
No, you can't. But it's a gift with the intent that we're getting married. It's not a gift.
Okay. But even in gifts, when you divorce, gifts don't have to go back to the person.
No, I don't believe in that.
In the relationship. So I feel like that's kind of the same thing.
I feel like I understood him because that Statue of Liberty represents
what it stands for, right?
For what it stands for, and then especially at that time of the age, is again a lot of the history. If you look back at when it was 1600s or something when it came up to when they got that, we done went through Civil War. We done went through a lot of different little
And
things.
now y'all just want it back. What about slavery? When they was
That's what I'm saying. So
Slavery
it
was
gotta
after
be,
that.
it's
Slavery was
really
they
bad,
gave it to us after slavery.
but
okay,
it's
but what
really,
about
really
when they
bad.
was the civil rights movement, when they was lynching black folks in the South?
Listen,
Like,
it's
none of
really,
that mattered.
it
Now that
does.
Trump's in office, that matters. Come
Yes,
on, y'all.
because that's just to show you that's how bad it is. Like we had our own internal affairs, but when you got global affairs and you acting like you just want to be like, forget y'all. It's like, what you acting like we ain't did nothing for you. Like,
And also, like Shaq said, America's never been perfect, but we seem to have gotten better as time goes on. You know, women's
yeah,
rights, you know, minority rights, LGBTQ rights. Like, we were starting to do that, and now this administration is starting to peel that back. They're trying to take us back to when only the people that had power were white men.
And
but
I
I
hear
think
y'all.
he's,
I
I
just
think
be
he's
like, I hear y'all with Trump in office. I'm taking everything everybody say for face value and being like, he trying to do that shit for real. So I just don't agree with it. I don't. I think that the humanity in us, we disappoint every time. And I mean, it's obvious. Look at the election. A lot of people were disappointed. Like humans are just by nature gonna disappoint you and fall short every time. You cannot take your gift back, sir. Leave the Statue of Liberty where it
he
be
can take it.
and just be, and when you come and you visit, throw an egg at it. I don't know. Like, I don't know what you're going to do, but don't take
Toilet
it.
paper.
Well, listen, when we come back, Jonathan Majors seemingly admits to strangling his ex-girlfriend in an audio tape. Universal Music Group has filed motion to dismiss Drake's lawsuit, and Harvard is finally coming through for the people that need it the most. Back right after this.